Hey guys, it's Piper. Just wanted to say thank you again so much for the wonderful response that I got from the first video blog attempt. That went over a lot better than I was expecting, which is always a wonderful surprise. And so here I am, trying it once again. And what better reason to do a video blog than to celebrate the... I had a sad face when I said that, but it's a good thing and kind of a sad thing. It's my second to last week here in Sweden. I have 2 weeks left and then I'm leaving. I start the big adventure of making my way back to the States, which is not a very direct route since I'm going to be weaseling and wiggling and snaking and worming my way through all of Europe to get there in the most sneaky, dastardly ways. No, I'll be very responsible, don't worry. Representing America in the best fashion imaginable. In a few days, Lillian, a good friend of mine, will be joining me from her study abroad semester in Ireland. I'm going to show her around the city, and then she and I will depart. So there's really not much time left, and it's kind of, you know, as usual, surprising how fast it's all gone, but that's to be expected. I mean, same thing that anyone would say, oh, it's gone by so fast, I've made so many friends, made so many experiences, and it's all true. It's all Hallmark card appropriate and yet all true to the heart. But since it was so fun to attempt Swedish the first time, I thought that this would also be a good excuse to help me practice for my Swedish class oral exam, which is coming up on the 6th. And so for that we have certain collection of like sentences and topics which we needed to write responses for, and we have to memorize them to then go and speak with a group of people and have these responses ready. So it would be great to practice that here and now. The second question is, it asks, vad brukar du alltid, aldrig, ofta, sällan, göra på fritiden? And this is asking, usually, what do you do, always, never, often, sällan, and then simply like for fun or in your pastime. Jag brukar alltid lyssna på musik, ofta promenader i skogen, sällan träna på yxu, ofta träffa kompisar, och aldrig spela dataspel. And so my response was there, I usually always listen to music, I often walk in the park, I sometimes train at IKSU, which is the local athletic center here, I often hang out with my friends, and I never play video games. So there, that's just a little taste of some of what I'll be saying in this presentation, examination of sorts. It's been kind of hard to measure how much of the language I actually have been picking up, seeing as I haven't been able to test myself up until now. And so in these last few weeks of just, you know, kind of intense study to get all the information, you know, memorized and down, I don't know, there's a sort of excitement to it when you start to recognize words that only a few months ago you didn't, especially when it's like the little phrases, because I mean, the little in-between words, you get to see those everywhere, and then it really pulls the sentence together. So it's just been a fun kind of jigsaw puzzle learning experience, and it's exciting. That's not to say that when I come back home, everyone can be like, hey, speak fluent sentences in Swedish, and I'll be like, I shall, because I don't think I will be able to. Ooh, but I can say that. I can say I shall, and say, jag ska. Yeah, totally ready for everything. Not really, but you know, close enough for the good stuff. One thing that I want to make sure that I get to do before leaving Sweden is I want to be able to do a sort of little highlight montage of sorts of all of the fun details, little quirks, and cool things about Umeå, Sweden that I haven't gotten to mention previously. So here it is, the great big fun, super duper cool list of all of the little details of Umeå, the secret hidden treasures, the cool little nooks and crannies, and the things that I notice that maybe other people do too, but maybe they don't. So who knows, maybe if you're watching this and you live in Umeå and you haven't noticed these things, then you'll learn something new. Or maybe you have noticed them and you'll be like, hey, I've always appreciated that too, or thought that was funny, or thought that was weird. Because these are the things that make it interesting. So here we go. Let's take a little trip on the details of Umeå, Sweden. The 4 carats graffiti, the Communist Party sign spray painted on every wall, the random nobody puts baby in a corner sign, the child statue in the train station. Who is the child? We don't know. Who put it there? I don't know. But somebody did. the helipad at the hospital, and all of the helicopters that fly past my window almost every day. It's pretty sweet to see people getting where they need to go. The ducks at the pond, those are some cool peeps. The mirror ceiling clock at the library. It has glass panels that rotate to give you the face of an electronic clock, but it's in the ceiling, and sometimes you can't tell what time it is. You just look at it and you think, that's pretty cool. The interesting setup in the center of every building on campus. It always goes up 3 stories tall, has some sort of intricate stairway woven into it, and all kinds of neat lighting, and some sort of intricate, I've said that a lot, haven't I, object hanging from the ceiling. They love it. It's cool. The hobbit holes. Who lives in them? Hobbits, most likely. Their obsession with spiral staircases. They are everywhere. I might have mentioned that before, but check this out. Spiral staircase, spiral staircase, spiral staircase, spiral staircase. Let's go around in circles in all of these spiral staircases. The swinging doors at the supermarket to make you feel like a celebrity. Go to get your groceries. And their rollable baskets. Awesome! Okay, so that's my list of super cool things. Took me forever to do it, even though in the video I'm probably going to edit it down to like a little 20-second nub, but this took 5 minutes to do! I stumbled so much. Anyway, okay, so, those are the cute little things that I've recognized. Fun stuff. If you ever come here, you should try to spot them all, and then make a bingo out of it, and then call me, and then be like, hey, I got a bingo! Don't even say that, just call and I'll be like, hello, and you'll be like, bingo! And I'm like, sweet, I'm gonna send you a flower basket. Yeah, so that's your challenge. If you do that, I'll give you flowers. Okay, so final note for this blog, which is hopefully going to be as short as I'm intending, is I just want to go over my final travel plans for all of you travel buffs out there who may be watching this, so that you can know the fun path that I will be taking with my good friend Lillian and later my sister Kelly. Not quite as snaky and wormy as I made it sound the first time around. My travel plans for the last end of this trip is that on the 1st of May, which is coming up here in a few days, my good friend Lillian will be coming here to Umeå. I will be meeting her at the airport, and then she will spend a week here with me. I'm gonna party it up, show her around good old Sweden, and have a good jolly time. On the 7th, that's when we're going to pack up and leave, heading to the airport, which will take us to Stockholm. And from Stockholm, we will then head over to Amsterdam. We have set up an arrangement for our only night there. We're going to be staying in this really cute little hostel, which is a boat. So that's going to be exciting. So after the boat hostel, and then all kinds of fun museum sighting and everything else that is to be done in Amsterdam, we will then hop on a train and make our way to Frankfurt, but maybe not Frankfurt, the small town Yamen, something like that, where Lillian's friend Greta lives. So we will be around the Frankfurt area, I believe. Then we stay there for a few days, and when that's done, then we're going to hop on another train, or at least I am. Lillian, it seems, will be staying behind, and maybe joining us later. It's yet undecided. From Frankfurt, or the Frankfurt area, then I will be training my way over to Berlin, where I will meet my sister, Kelly, who is flying in from California, actually, after a whole adventure travel thing of her own. And there we're going to be staying with my cousin Matt, who has a gallery there, and he lives in the city. He and his wife Tanya and their new baby Elliot, which I'm very excited to meet. So we'll stay with them for a few days and get to see the beautiful city of Berlin, and after that, Kelly and I will then be heading out on our own to train our way to Prague, and then later Budapest. After that point, we will then be parting ways, and I will be taking a plane to Moscow to have a layover there before flying back to Washington, D.C. Cheapest flight available, and yet it kind of takes us in a 7 formation, so that's interesting. Also, kind of sad. I was really hoping, because it has a 9-hour delay, like we have a 9-hour layover in Moscow, which before I was gonna be, that's totally okay, because that means 9 hours to explore Russia, the place I've really wanted to see while I'm here. But apparently I'm not going to be allowed to leave the airport, so not so fun. Breaking rights for Moscow airport? Yay! I don't know. Anyway, after that, and a very, very long flight, then I will be in Washington, D.C. to spend a few days with my aunt, and my uncle and my cousins, and get to see all of the sights in the city that I love, in our nation that I love, all of that jazz. And when that's finally done, on the 23rd of May, I will fly home to Minneapolis, Minnesota. I will collapse in my bed after greeting my friends and family, and I will sleep for a very long time. So that's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Thank you for watching the last video, for looking at all the blogs. I'm going to still be doing some posting as long as I'm in Europe, so we have like a few, hopefully, if I stay on top of this, I'm going to really try. Stay on top of this, we're going to get some more blog posts, maybe another video blog. We'll see if it's possible. I'm not sure how much time I'll have when I'm traveling around, but maybe. Otherwise, for sure, I'll be posting pictures of my adventures in extended Europe and everything else. So, thank you so much for watching this, and I hope that you've maybe learned something. And if not, I hope that maybe you just enjoyed hearing my voice, because it's always fun, and I miss you all back home. Alright, have a good day, guys. Bye. This is going to be one of my notes. Written, grammatical. I want to share all of the details of the here it is. The big, great big okay.
What's happening? Huh?
Secret gang of things of sorts. I want to go to this one day. It was so high. Okay, every building on campus, each one goes up stories and stories and does very interesting things. No, it doesn't. It's a building. It doesn't do interesting things. I can't speak to it. Hey guys, it's Piper here, coming to you from Sweden. We know that fucking